This week we wrap up our baseball and women's lacrosse seasons, and of course, we have a whole lot more, so stay tuned because the LTU Sports Report starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to the LTU Sports Report. I'm your host Dylan Morello, and the LTU Sports Report is made possible by Lawrence Technological University, and we're sponsored by Henry Ford Sports Medicine. So coming up first on this week's show, we have the last baseball game of the season.
I'm John Snow. It is game 2 of a doubleheader between Lawrence Tech and Indiana Tech. These were the final 2 games of the season for LTU. The Warriors took game 1 by a score of 11-1 in 8 innings, giving Indiana Tech the WAC Conference Championship. The Blue Devils were able to bounce back in the second game. Indiana Tech got the scoring going early in the game by scoring 3 runs in the first and second inning, also adding on a 7th run in the 4th. LTU would respond quickly by scoring 1 run in the first, 3 runs in the 3rd, and 2 runs in the 4th, making it a 1-run game. Indiana Tech contributed to the Blue Devil comeback by committing 6 errors on defense. Then in the 7th, the Blue Devils managed to take the lead with a 3-run home run off the bat of the freshman Drew Zelenek. That gives LTU a 2-run advantage in the game, and that 2-run lead would be enough as Lawrence Tech wins game 2 by a score of 9-7, and the Blue Devils win their final game of the season. Now they look forward to next fall as they hope to have no more setbacks and aim to climb on top of the WAC Conference.
Over this past semester, we've been profiling the members of the LTU Marching Band, so let's meet another one of their student musicians.
My name is Megan Kaminsky, and I'm one of the members of the color guard here at LTU's Marching Band. I am a sophomore in architecture. It was definitely a bit of a challenge finding a good architecture school in Michigan, and I just naturally kind of came to LTU. A large part of it is LTU is very close to home for me, so it's a very easy school for me to commute to. A lot of the people who are a part of the marching band live here on campus, and a few of us do commute though, and I'm really glad that we have the opportunity to do so, because for me it's really nice to have my college experience and do my schoolwork and kind of have this recreational activity where I can still see my friends and still be able to do something kind of creative and something to express yourself, like being in color guard and playing music. So it's a really nice balance of doing all these different things, and I would say to anyone curious, I always tell a lot of people, you know, LTU is a wonderful local college, and you can do as many things as you can. I know some people are a little bit scared by having too much on their plate, and I would encourage anyone who's worried about that, for sure, do whatever's best for you, but I just want to put it out there that I think it's very doable. So I want to especially put it out there for anyone who is local and would like to commute, because that was an interesting circumstance for me and a couple of others. It is very doable and it's very rewarding.
Let's have a little fun and get to know one of our student athletes.
My name's Nicole Wan. I'm a freshman and I play volleyball. My favorite TV show is NCIS. I really like the mysteries that they have to solve. I like that because I want to be a forensic scientist. Something I like to do in my spare time. I'm very introverted. I do like to spend time with people, but so like hanging out with friends is something I do sometimes. Favorite kind of animal is just probably a dog. They make good pets.
We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors, but we'll have more LTU highlights for you when we get back, so stay tuned.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Welcome back. As promised, we've got highlights from our women's lacrosse team who battled it out at the semifinals of the NAIA National Championship. Hello everybody, Dylan Morello once again bringing you coverage of the 2021 Women's Lacrosse NAIA National Championships. The semifinal game is about to get underway right behind me. It's between your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils and the Kaiser University Seahawks. So LTU number 5, Kaiser number 1, so it's looked to be a spirited bout. Kaiser won their quarterfinals matchup against the team LTU beat to get to the national tournament. Siena Heights, they won that match 12-7. It was a close affair. Siena Heights had them all the way to the end. While LTU, they beat Benedictine College, upsetting the number 4 seed. They won that game 20-11, the final score. That was backstopped by Dory Coggin. She made a season-high 12 saves on the evening, so look to her to make a plethora of saves once again, and look to the Blue Devils offense to really get going, get the momentum, start off early. They started off the first 10 minutes of the last game scoring 6 goals. Benedictine had to call that timeout, so look for them to have that energy coming off the hop here. So it should be a thrilling match between two well-oiled and well-coached teams, number 1 Kaiser University and number 2 Lawrence Tech. Let's roll the highlights. Kaiser kicked off the match with a fast start, netting 2 goals within 25 seconds of each other to take the early 2-0 lead. Lawrence Tech would have an answer, however, with a pair of goals, starting here with the senior Kaylee Patterson. Then this goal by Ashley Sherry evened the score up right before the 20-minute mark. Madison Andrews netted 3 consecutive goals for Kaiser over a 9-minute span to record a hat trick and put the Seahawks in front 5-2. Proven to be quite the back-and-forth affair, the Blue Devils netted 3 of the next 4 goals as sophomore Caitlin Walagora tallied a goal and an assist during a run that made it a 6-5 game in favor of the Seahawks. LTU wasn't able to close the gap, and they would trail 8-5 going into the break. In the second half, Lawrence Tech battled back as junior Katie Waits notched a goal and an assist to cut the score to 9-7 midway through the second half. Unfortunately, the Seahawks went on a 4-goal run, which extended their lead to 13-7. Abby Spentowski scored the last Blue Devil goal in the final minutes, making the final score 13-8. Kaiser advanced to the national championship game for the first time in program history, where they defeated Cumberland's 13-11.
Overall, I think our defense played out of their minds. They kind of kept us in the game. I think we had plenty of opportunities to score. We just didn't put it in the back of the net. A lot of emotions throughout. We did majority of our season, literally, and played 7 games in 10 days, and then just coming down here. They remained positive, and I'm very proud of what they've accomplished. Their resilience throughout the whole season was amazing.
And the Blue Devils, unfortunately, will go home, but not after a tough battle. They practiced really hard. They've worked really hard all season. They won the WAC tournament to get here to Nationals, so I want to congratulate them on that and a great overall season. That's unfortunately going to be it for us here in Savannah, Georgia. Once again, thanks for tuning in to LTSN. I'm Dylan Morello. We hope you enjoyed this content, and we'll be back to you next season with more lacrosse action. Recently, several Lawrence Tech students hosted a week-long virtual expo known as LTUX. Let's check out this recap.
So LTUX is a year-round event. I think this has been our 4th or 5th year. It's been very interesting seeing it coming in as a freshman back in 2017 when I was first able to see it, but it's a very interesting event. It's always a lot of fun, and this year it's a little bit different. Last year we weren't able to do it due to the coronavirus, But this year, instead of a one-day event, we had it branched off across an entire week. So for day one, we had our opening ceremonies. We also had a keynote speaker who is Cameron Konzelman. He gave an amazing speak for our keynote speak for the week, and it was amazing to see. So on Tuesday, which is day 2 of our event, we had this entire day dedicated to our seniors. So this is not only the people who are in game design or game art, but they're also people in graphic design, so they were able to show off their projects they've been working on over the last semester or even longer. So it's great to see what our seniors are working on. Day 3 was completely dedicated to esports. We had an amazing panel with industry leaders all across the country dedicated to esports. After the panel, we had an amazing competition from GG Leagues. LTU's club team was able to make it to the finals and was able to pull another win, which is their second time winning the spring season. Thursday, this was another day dedicated to our students to show off their work. So this time it's for a class called IGS, which is Integrated Game Studio. I've taken this class twice. Everyone generally takes this class twice. It's an amazing class. That's when you first get to professionally develop a game over the course of a semester, and then you get to showcase it off at LTUX. So it was an amazing experience. It's great to see what the sophomores and juniors are working on, and it's really good to see how they progress along from IGS into senior thesis. So on Friday, LTUX has also hosted indie developers. So we had a indie day. It was great to have a conversation about the indie industry. It's not really talked about. You know, when you always hear video games, you always hear the big AAA game companies, but it's really good to see the indie perspective. As a whole, LTUX I think was a huge success, especially being virtual. I know we're in talks for next year, possibly doing in person, maybe doing a hybrid of online and in person, but we'll see how that goes. But you can check out our website at ltux.games.
Hi, my name's Jay Gallant, and I'm a right-handed pitcher. My favorite baseball player is Miguel Cabrera. I grew up watching him. My favorite TV show is Criminal Minds, just like the crime behind it. My celebrity crush would be Kate Upton. I don't know, I just think she's really attractive.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for sticking around, and as always, please check us out on social media for daily updates, videos, photos, anything sports related at LTU Athletics. I'm Dylan Morello. Make sure to join us next week.